Hey, Planeswalkers, Mythras here. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Excited to show you a top 100 deck today. One that I have played in the past with a companion Karuga, now totally transformed. So, very excited to show you the updated deck. It is definitely a favorite and one that is played quite often. But before we jump in there, as always, just like to say appreciate the support. Please feel free to support the channel by subscribing down over there, following me on Twitter and Twitch, as well as liking on Facebook to stay up to date on awesome, great new decks, content, and all that thing all about Magic. So, all right, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at this top 100 deck and see what we got cooking today. So, yes, we are going to play a Temur Reclamation deck. I have not been playing this a ton in terms of producing this in videos for you guys. I've actually shied away from the Temur Rec decks in the past, mainly because I've wanted to play something different. However, I am very excited to play this. A lot of great new synergies and things with this deck. This top 100 deck is by Sheep, so just keep that in mind. And now let's go ahead and take a look at this deck list. So quickly here, this deck list is available for you down below in the description, so you'll have access to it right away. If you got questions, please let me know. If you want to talk about my gameplay or something like that, always happy to help. And if you catch something, please shout out, because I love learning along with you. All right, so a couple callouts here in terms of M21. We've now picked up Joel Riel. This legendary creature is awesome. We get to create a 2/2 cat token every time on a second draw. And then for 6, we get XX, our creatures we control have base power and toughness XX, where X is the number of cards in our hands. So you can use this in two ways. One, to make our guys much bigger, but obviously also, pro tip here, to get the lands activated here with Nissa and get 3 counters on the stack. So this makes some pretty big lands pretty fast. So something to keep in mind. It's very important as well. You can go check out my Sultai ramp video, as I also called this out there. So hopefully we'll get a chance to activate that for you today and see how that goes. The other big thing that I want to call out, the Temur Rec decks now run Mystical Dispute as well, so that wasn't always the case in the past. This one in particular is also running Commence the Endgame, so this spell can't be countered. We get to draw 2 cards and then amass X, where X is the number of cards in our hand. And this also will pump our zombie army as well. So, and then obviously the expansion Explosion, plus the Wild Wilderness Reclamation. So there we have it. We do play best of 1, but as always, I like to go and cover the best of 3 for you. So let's go ahead and take a look at the sideboard. We got a lot going on here. We got Aether Gust. I would play this against Mirror Match. I'd play this against Mono Red, Mono Green. Play this against Bant. I'd play this against Boros, Hounds, or Knights. I play this against the Sack decks as well. Negate, Mirror Match. I would also play this against the ramp decks, Simic, Sultai, any of the Planeswalker decks as well. You may want to play this against Sack as well to stop Death Dweller, as well as the actual Cat Oven combo. Next, we got Scavenging Ooze. You're going to want to play this against Sack decks. You're also going to play this against things like Bant. Get Euro onto the graveyard. Anything that you're going to need some graveyard hate, that's right, play that. Mystical Dispute, we already got 3 of. Again, I would run this against Mirror Match. I'd run this against the things like Azor's Control, Flash decks. I would also, Negate would be good against Flash. Aether Gust good against Flash as well. I would run this against any of the Azor's stuff. Any type of counter magic is going to be important. Next, we got Bone Crusher Giant. So this is going to be against the fast decks. You're absolutely going to want to run this against things like Mono Red, and especially things like Mono Black as well, when you need to get things off the board. Mono Green potentially. Next, we got Soul Seer. Now, this card is awesome. I really like it. It's a great pickup from M21. Creature or Planeswalker. So anytime that you need to get a Planeswalker off the board, absolutely run this. Again, it takes off indestructible, so this works really good against against things like mono white too. We'll take out Heliod, so keep that in mind as you're playing. Where else would I play this? Again, against big creatures. 5/4 is big. You could play this against the mono red deck. This will hit Torbrand. This will hit a lot of things there too. Mono green, this is going to pretty much clear a lot of stuff off the board there. Well, next we got Storm's Wrath. So this is a great board wipe card. Any of the fast decks I'd run this against. So if we look at the top part of this is more counter based. Bottom part of here is probably more aggro based. So that's where I would play Storm's Wrath. It might work for you too against the sack decks. Next we got Shark Typhoon. So I'd play this if you need draw. I'd play it against Mirror Match. I played against counter decks for the additional draw. And it's always great once you get it down for 6 as well. You can keep making a lot of flying sharks. So I would maybe even consider running this definitely against the aggro decks like I mentioned. So mono red, Mardu Knights, Boros Knights. You know, the other couple things that I do want to call out here is I have seen the Gates decks. So keep that in mind, because I think that's going to be important for you too. You may want to run like things like Mystical Dispute. Shark Typhoon probably could work there too. And there you go. All right. So if you got questions, let me know. Here to answer. Happy to help and debate. And let's go ahead and jump into our best of 3 matches. Also, just to call it here, I do plan to put together a tier list here for best of 1 for you. So absolutely make sure. There's my lovely Mythic qualifier, and we are Diamond Tier 3. Sorry, I actually misclicked there. Didn't mean to show you that. But hey, I'll take it either way. All right, Tier 3 Diamond it is with our top 100 Temur Reclamation deck. So again, like I said, putting together a tier list, keep that in mind. Additionally, before we get to Mr. Niblets here, as always, just want to say thank you. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. Would love to see you around more, and appreciate your support. So like I said, other ways to support the channel earlier mentioned, follow on Twitch, Twitter, or like on Facebook. All right, appreciate the subs, and let us keep this. We got these two. We got a ramp. We got Aether Gust. We got a uncounterable draw, and we go first. I will take this to town if we can. Mr. Niblets. Ooh, I like that. I'm actually going to do that first. If we can get to 4, we'll be looking good. So no 4. Still got a Mystical Dispute. I think we do that there. Here we go. Reclamation it is. If we get Nissa down here, next turn we will be looking pretty good. We'll counter that one. So key, full control, next, 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 and turn, trigger, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll keep a blue, 5, 6, cycle 4, 4. There's our land. And we'll end full control. That will counter. So now we'll get our Nissa first, which is exactly what we need. Boom! There it is. We beat it to it. All right, victory. On to the next match. Diamond Tier 3. Working out well. All right, match number 2. So what would I have changed there? So we knew mono green. At least that's what we saw. I would put in more Aether Gust. I probably, after seeing Nissa, I probably would have put in the counters. Maybe went the negate route too. But again, I think that worked out well. All right. And then I know you guys always ask me what I sideboard. I also know that this deck list is running a ton of lands, so that might be where I start, at least for best of one. Now here's a debate. I have Blast Zone will be good if we run into an opponent like mono red. The fact that we don't have the right colors for growth and Nissa makes me nervous. We do have a Shark Typhoon cycle though. And Explosion. I'm gonna try it. Might not be the best keep, but I'm gonna try it. Alright, so we got mono green. Go blue. Start. There we go. Now we can get some ramp. We'll get that down. And we'll take a risk. We will take a risk. Because they definitely have enough to clear that. Especially in mono green. But if we can hold here, it'll be alright. Now, we could have tried to get Nissa down. Too, and skip Jolreel here. But I want to see if I can beat Fat Beezy with Jolreel. Oh, what's going on? They're here. They're looking. Yeah, that was my fear. That was my fear, and it was the right fear to have. And there's good old scavenging. So if we do not... shoot. So we can drop Shark Typhoon. So I'm actually going to block. Oh, sorry. I missed. Thinking questing's not up, so we got to block there. Would have been lethal otherwise. So now we can get Nissa. But unfortunately, It's going to be too late.
Close your eyes and listen to the sounds of the wild. I'd get out of the way if I were you.
So let's do that. Oh, not enough. No, I know that wasn't enough. Just seeing if we could do something fun. Good game. Oh, bummer. Well, at least get Scavenging Ooze off the board. Maybe. Alright, 1-1, Temur Rec. Not a good keep on the second match there. Some mana base issues. And tried to get away with a little too much. So, alright, that's how that goes. On to our third and final match here. Let us see how we progress. And here we go against Seymour Boots. Alright, here we go. Again, growth spiral issue. We do have reclamation though. I'm going to try mulligan this time. This looks a little bit better. I'm going to get rid of commence the end game. Oh, we could have used that land. We'll put Robber the Rich back. This is a tough match for us here. So the smarter play would have been Fable. I accidentally misclicked because then we could have activated that guy faster. We're going to potentially run into some issues here. There we go. We're close. Good news is we're not dead, but we're close to dead. Problem is, if I would have done the Fable the right way there, we would have actually been able to get Euro. Still might be able to, yeah. Bummer. So that was a misplay that cost me that. Now, the reality is I don't think there's been too much damage, and this is a bad match against Mono Red. But, nonetheless, very, very good deck. We ran well the first match. The second two, slightly misplayed. Is a thing when you don't play the decks a lot, I'll just say. But, alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and take a look. Top 100, Temur Reclamation. We got right here, the deck list is below for you, like I said in the description, so you have access to it. This one is a little bit different than some of the other ones. I think it's pretty nifty, and I enjoyed playing it. Again, like I said, there are 28 lands. That's where I would probably start on some of the sideboard here. The fast matches definitely would have went this path. You know, again, heavier towards the control on that side. So, all right, Planeswalkers, if you got questions, let me know. Happy to help. Again, apologies on some of the misplays. played a little bit too quick there. Need to slow down. Just tends to come with the nature of playing mono red and a lot of best of one. Anyway, please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. Support other ways with following us on Twitter, Twitch, as well as liking on Facebook. I always appreciate that. Appreciate your support, your feedback. Feel free to make fun of some of those misplays. I apologize. So, all right, 1 and 2 for today. We'll chalk it up that way. And you take care, Planeswalkers. Stay safe. We'll see you again soon.